Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Oh, so glad you're here. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. For Friday, it is a weekend. Yeah. Exciting stuff. Got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. So many good options. You can see all the options at kvjshow.com. It's up on our Facebook page, too.
You fuckers gonna rage?
I hope to.
Yeah, I raged last night, so I'm a little hungover, but I'm going to get back on it tomorrow.
Kind of raged last night, too.
Yeah, I had a couple cocktails yesterday, and into the evening, we went to the tree lighting. Check that out.
Oh, nice.
Real quick, yeah.
Did you get in the microphone?
No, I was just kind of on the perimeter and saw a couple people. Just went in long enough to get myself a wine and see him flip on the lights, spill my wine on a guy in a white sweatshirt, and get out.
I know that
Oh.
move. I know that move real well.
Was it a red wine?
It was a red wine, yeah. Felt so bad.
Was he wearing snow white type of a shirt?
It was the whitest hoodie I've ever seen in my life.
Dude.
And it wasn't a little bit, it was a lot. Yeah.
Was it
I went
really?
for a hug and just dumped it on him, basically.
Well, why are you taking my act?
Yeah, I don't know. It's terrible. I felt so bad. Sorry, Deshaun.
Oh,
it's Deshaun?
We know Deshaun.
We love
He
Deshaun.
probably
He
was
was so
cool
nice
about
of
it.
me. He was so
Yeah.
cool about it. I felt so bad, so my apologies, Deshaun.
Damn.
I know.
Oh, sloppy.
And what were you
yeah.
getting? I was getting turned because we had weird whatever, and that's just fun to have some cocktails with your friends. What were you doing?
Tyler Cameron called me and invited me to his zombie prom that they're shooting. They were shooting it at Blue Point up there in Jupiter, Tequesta. And it's going to be on his TV show. So he's been filming all over Jupiter, his life and his construction projects and his other projects and his modeling. Like, he just lets the cameras go wherever he goes. So it was kind of fun to be at Blue Point last night. It was like a closed set. They had it all decorated. On the show, it's going to look like it's Halloween.
Oh, okay. So I was wondering, it was an odd time to do a zombie prom.
I know.
Oh, so it's a fake Halloween.
It's a fake Halloween. It was rescheduled because of the hurricane. The hurricane ruined it. And so it had to be rescheduled. And so it was tonight. And so it was hard for him to get people to come out there to do Halloween party on a Thursday in December. So he was calling everybody, and he called me and asked me to round up some people. And I tried to round up a big crew, but I only rolled in with a small crew. But it was fun. I like seeing behind the scenes. They had makeup artists turning everybody into zombies, and that was cool to see. And everybody was in costume. And I know a lot of his crew now from hanging out with them, the nice kids. So it was fun. I brought Magnolia. She brought a friend. Magnolia still thinks that she's going to be marrying Tyler Cameron, so the entire party, she was eyeballing his date with daggers.
And this is not at all, I'm not hating on the process. I think it's all awesome, but it just shows you reality TV, in quote. We're filming this in December.
Right.
And you're acting like it's October. You never know what the fuck's real or what's not real.
You don't, but it's fun to see how they put all this together, you know?
I think that's interesting. I like that you did that, because the fact that they were filming Halloween shit in December, it shows you how it all works.
And when we walked up, they COVID test everybody. Like, they're very much Hollywood.
Still.
It's a whole crew out of L.A. You've got producers, you've got directors, you've got set managers, you've got the COVID test. There was about, no lie, 50 people deep working that set last night, and it's just fascinating to see, how it all works behind the scenes.
I'm confused, though. I thought we won against COVID. I thought we beat it. I thought it was over.
Well, they're from L.A., so.
They
You are right.
and they don't want to get sued. I guess in LA it's a thing. If you have a set and you put people at risk, they can sue.
But it's LA. It's
It's
the
very
West
LA.
Coast
It's
shit.
very
Yeah.
West Coast
Yeah, I'd
way of
play with
looking
it.
at things. And
So is that really kind of how Is that all of the West Coast? Is that California? Is that Oregon? Or is California mainly the one that's...
The West Coast is very liberal for the
Very.
most part.
Like overly liberal.
Yeah, all the way, from Seattle on down, they're pretty liberal.
So you think Oregon's doing that? And I should just ask my sister too, because she lives up there. But you think they're kind of having the same intensity?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would imagine that they're still cautious of it.
And look, you have that many people gathered at a party. I guarantee you, somebody at Blue Point last night might have had COVID. Like it's still out there.
Yeah.
I know we say it's over, but it's not. And they just do it to protect themselves. They test everybody. You couldn't go into the party until the test cleared and you were good.
Do you happen to know what network his show's going to be on and when it'll start?
So no, because it's not been pitched. I think it has to be finished and then pitched, and they're going to sell it to the highest bidder is how I think it is. I'll ask him. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
but
I'm wondering how that works, because if you don't have a network behind you, then who are these producers? Where are they getting their money? You clearly have...
It's clearly a major funded operation because they were not fucking around with these cameras and this team.
Well, I think it really depends on who you decide to raise capital for your project. I hear comedians talk about it a lot. What they'll do is they'll raise a bunch of money. They will film their comedy special, have it done to where they've done it 4 times. They have the audience there, but they're doing it on their own dime, in quotes, and then they go and try to sell it to places. Now, I don't think that's how everybody does it, but if you're a comedian that hasn't been on the radar for a while and you want to get your shit out there, I think you record it and then you try to sell it, and Netflix goes, yeah, or whoever.
Right.
I think a lot of people do it that way.
He does have a lot of sponsorship deals, and he has money coming in. I kind of feel like he could be able to fund it with a few helpers.
Okay.
I'll ask him.
Right.
I try not to get too much into his business because it's not my business.
It's weird because you really and everyone's bullshit.
I really want him to like me.
It's weird. You're not into his though.
I'm not asking a bunch of prying questions.
It's fucking odd to me.
Yeah, odd. Yeah.
It's not like you to do any of that.
I know, and I'm trying to learn from my past mistakes.
What the fuck are you trying to kid? What? No.
You're not.
You are about staying the way you are. You do not want to make any changes for the better. You're all about digging your fucking witch heels in.
Yeah.
All right, I'll ask him.
All right. Yeah, so you got other things going on this weekend. Hopefully, I'm going to be in Vero tomorrow night for Jake Owen. He's a country star.
Yeah, you've got a free place to stay. That little condo I've stayed in up there that belongs to our friends.
An honest projection of percent here of what you really feel like. Is there a 10% chance you're going? An 80% chance?
I think it's 50-50 right now.
Really?
I feel 50-50, yeah.
Okay.
I do, because my wife, I've turned her into a pretty good Jake Owen fan. She really likes his stuff. He's very kind of poppy country.
It's not even that. It's just it's a to-do. It's a thing, and that would be a cool thing to go to.
It would,
and you really want to go to it.
And she's not big on concerts, but she likes more of an intimate type venue thing. She doesn't like the big crowds and being way back in the back or something like that. If she's going to do a concert, she wants to do it right. She wants to have good access, good seats, all that kind of stuff. And so I think this being, in an airport hangar, there's
some sizzle to it.
Yeah, there's a little sizzle for her.
Those airport hangars are cool because they usually have like all the planes all around you can look at, and you just feel like you're kind of fancy.
I think that's a fantastic venue for a concert. I like when people do weird shit to perform. It sounds like it's going to be kind of intimate.
It is. I think it'll be. It's going to be more intimate than going and seeing them at the amphitheater.
Right.
I
love an intimate show, and you love that artist. There's nothing better than that.
That's what I thought. So that's kind of my hopes.
Big
hopes
fan.
For that. I'm a big fan. Yeah, very big fan. Jake Owen.
You have to go to this.
I know. I'd like to. So we'll see. She knows my desire. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll be able to make it happen.
Let's play some bets. Me and you. Does Kevin go this weekend? Yes or no?
I'm pulling for positivity. I'm going to say yes.
Okay. I like that.
But you also need to work a little bit behind the scenes to get that access. And you know how to do it because you know the country programmer. But we'll sweet talk him a little bit, stroke his ego.
I know it's a good idea. You haven't talked to him in 3 years, but now all of a sudden when you need a favor, go and talk to him, ask him for some tickets. That's a good idea, Kev.
You talk to him all the time. Don't be an asshole. No, this is one of those things where you can ask for a favor. You don't ask for a lot of favors.
I don't.
No, none of us do. When's the last time you've asked for tickets of anything? I've paid for the last 9,000 shows
I pay
I've
for
gone to.
everything all the time. It's just, it's so much easier that way.
But you're like me. You don't like it. I hate asking for favors. It's the worst.
And it's tough because the queen is all about it. She will ask, and she's like, "You don't get it if you don't ask." And I'm like, I don't want to. Like she's already like, "Well, you can call your buddy because he's good friends with him." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna call him." She's like, "Well, why not?"
You should call him too, and you should just say, "Hey, I'm going. Let's meet up." And you don't have to say it like.
No, it's a buddy of mine that hangs out with Jake. He's in radio, and so she's like,
And when's the last time you talked to this guy?
I haven't talked to this guy in over a year.
No, you can't call him. You can't call him.
Can't do
Call
it.
your local connections up there in Vero, which you have.
Right, yeah.
You know people that know him, and that's a better way to do it. And you
Right.
just shoot it like, "Hey, I'm going to be in the airplane hangar. Are you?"
I'm not going negative. I'm going realistic. Kevin doesn't go.
Damn.
You think, okay.
Prove me wrong. I want to be wrong.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, if I had to probably 51% no, 49% go.
Okay.
Yeah, probably just no.
Starting to swing.
Yeah. So
I want
Well,
you
just
to
the
go.
fact that it's Friday and she hasn't bought the tickets yet.
right, exactly. Yeah, at this point.
She's dragging her heels for some reason. You haven't made it sexy enough. I'm telling you.
No, it's your fault, Kevin. It's always, if you have a penis, it's your fault. That's Virginia's motto. You get a bumper sticker.
No, this is definitely your wife's hang up.
Oh, hang up.
Well, she's got a little social anxiety. I get it.
Right. Well, the thing that is kind of going on too is somebody that she works with said, "Hey, well, I see you Saturday at the Vanilla Ice's party," and my wife's like, "I don't know. I have to talk to Kevin about that." And so she's like, "He's having a party? What's going on?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't talk to him all the time."
Is it the Wellington Winterfest?
No, that's next Saturday.
Okay.
So he's got something personal going on.
A personal
So-
party.
Yeah. Yeah, and so Rob's going to be on with us next week to talk about the Wellington Winterfest. She's like, "Well, just ask him about his." I'm like, "I'm not asking him about his freaking party."
Yeah, if he wanted you there, he
Right,
would invite you.
exactly.
Ice knows what he's doing.
Right.
I
I'm
mean,
not.
could
yeah,
you
I'm not-
imagine?
I
You
hate that
cannot
because it
do
makes me so
that.
uncomfortable, and then it's like you're fighting. I'm like, "No, I'm not doing. You know me. I'm not doing that."
I could never see you asking
Ever.
Vanilla Ice
No.
if you could go to a party.
Heck
That's
no.
a private
There's
party.
no way. There's zero chance.
I would never in a billion. That would make me so uncomfortable.
Don't do it. Because I asked him
Don't
one
worry, I'm
time.
not.
I asked Ice something, and he did something that was so nice for me. And I feel so bad about it. Remember when I was getting that pool that never happened? I asked Vanilla Ice if I could go out there and shoot a little video with him by his pool. And he said yes. And then once I was out there doing it, I felt so
Yep.
like I was taking his time for a stupid, selfish project, and it really wasn't something he wanted to do, but he was doing it to be nice for me. I felt so shitty the whole time I was at his house because I'm like, he doesn't want to be doing this with me.
Can I just say something to make you? Hopefully, it'll make you feel better. It may not, and I understand why you feel that way. But we do have a relationship with. We love Vanilla Ice, and he is awesome. But we also give him a lot of shine, and we give him his. It's not like it's
Yeah,
a one-way
right.
street.
Oh, yeah.
We have to stop looking at ourselves like that. That
Yeah.
we're beneath people. That we no, we're all equal. We're
know.
all helping each other out.
but if
I
he wanted to
understand
invite
it.
Kevin to his party,
I understand.
he
Right.
would have.
I get why you felt that way.
Well, and somebody had a good point too. He just recently had invited you to the movie premiere, and we didn't make it down for that. That was when the storm hit. Yeah, and so we didn't get down there. And so I tell the Queen all the time. I'm like, "Hey, look, I mean, this is just how it goes.
If
know,
you don't
gotta-
go to their work events, you don't get to go to their personal events.
Right, exactly.
That is a thing.
Yeah.
You
Right.
gotta support somebody's work projects.
Yeah.
If you want them to consider you in their friend circle.
But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna defend Ice. He's a nice guy, and he
Absolutely.
did not mind doing that for you. He didn't.
It took so much time.
Yeah, well, that part he hated.
I felt so bad when I was in it, but he was so gracious and kind. And then I was like, okay, note to self, I'm never doing this shit again.
It makes you feel weird,
And then the frickin' pool never even happened.
which is even just.
because my HOA sucks a dick. I hope they hear that too. It's a big
I'm
dick.
sure they
You
listen.
hope, what, I didn't hear. What did they say? Do you hope they hear what?
You know what I said.
I didn't hear anything.
Don't make me be that obnoxious.
So you got all that going on. It's also Art Basel this weekend. Celebrities will be all over Miami. The clubs are packed with big artists. They're going to be there doing their thing. Somebody had sent this in. This is kind of funny. At Art Basel, they have an ATM machine that if you put in your card, it takes a picture of you and your balance, and it posts it on a leaderboard screen. Right now, the leader is around $2 million.
Whoa, that is so funny.
Isn't that unreal that they would do that? I'm like, what? That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's the kind of
What
stuff
a
you're going to see
South
there.
Florida thing.
Yeah.
Look how much money I have. Flex, 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 flex.
In my account right now, $2 million.
It's just, you know how I am.
Oh, I love it. I love everything about that.
It's just dumb money. And,
so
you know,
dumb.
I was going back to, the last time they really had done Art Basel, 2019, and they had that guy that duct taped the banana to the wall, sold it for $120,000. I mean, it's just dumb money. And then the bidder takes the banana off the wall and eats it. And
It does.
It's just like you've got that much money to just piss around and be like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I bought that banana? Well, look, I'm going to eat it. $120,000 gone. What?
I'm okay with
Unreal to
all
me.
of it if we call it what it is. It's bullshit on a wall. It's tomfoolery. Let's not act like it's really art. And I'm okay
It
if
is,
we
yeah.
have
Well,
if we have that approach with it.
It's called this performance art. And after I was talking about this on the regular show today, this anonymous Miami-based performance artist is going to allow a select few members of the audience to milk her while she takes a selfie, and then the milk is going to be collected in a cup, and then that's going to be available to the highest bidder. It's called Milk to Mint is the performance art piece. I'm like, these things are just so ridiculous. And honestly, the first element of both of these, they're dumb.
How is that any different than me doing a selfie as I shave my pubes and going up hair to care? It's the same.
It's the same thing. I mean, it's dumb, it's basic, and it takes no artistic ability to do performance art. It's crazy. That's why I'm like, yeah, we got to get in on this because we got all those elements: dumb, basic, and no artistic ability.
We got a blank canvas.
Yeah.
We've got my titties. If you want to
Yeah.
make my titties a paintbrush, we can do that. Now, again, I'm just spitballing ideas. There is no bad ideas right now.
What would you draw?
I mean, we could go
paint.
abstract. I could also take, ideas from y'all. My left nipple is a lot bigger than my right, and I really feel like it could get in there and shade a bit.
A little bit of both, yeah.
Yeah. But that's just an idea.
I believe that while you're doing this, you should also be drinking.
I have been.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to ask him.
She watched me fucking slosh.
I want you in the video drinking, though.
So I texted X or something. I don't know what you want. All right, you're taking me to Lake Park though.
I'm good with that. I got to go to Adult Video Warehouse. I got to make one stop. Will you make a stop with me at Adult Video Warehouse?
It's always the deal with
always
the devil.
something, yeah.
It's never just hey, I'm gonna
Come
do.
on. You like the Adult Video Warehouse.
It's never I can just get you there.
I like it by myself, mate. I don't know if I like. I don't know. It might be fun.
You're that creeper? No. I like it by myself.
I like to put on a long coat.
Dark hoodie.
Maybe can I please rephrase that? You're right. That's not a creepy. I like going with somebody I want to sleep with.
You're going to look like you're in a couple. Now,
I know.
of course, we're not.
I fucking hate it.
But you won't
Yeah.
look creepy like the guy that goes there by himself and then rubs his penis.
Again, I didn't mean to say by myself. I mean, I want to go with somebody I want to sleep with. Going with you is just fucking weak.
All right. There's no free rides in this world, Bert. I hate to tell you.
Well, you're the one fucking throwing drinks down my throat. I did it because of you.
Right.
Nah, I love it. I'm doing it myself.
Yeah, I'd say we do some nipple art here right at the end of the podcast.
Totally.
Nipple, or so we're not doing nards, right? That's too much.
It's too much.
nipple's
Yeah.
good.
That's too vulgar.
Well, we
I don't
can't
feel
make
good
a
about
video with the nards. We can make a video with the nipple. Although I think nard art would be funnier on the canvas. It's about the video, baby.
It is a level of vulgarity that I don't know. Nards, it's a lot.
It'd be good for our OnlyFans.
That's never gonna happen. like our dance contest, like our ping pong tournament. There's some other fucking bullshit we're not doing that Virginia killed.
Talking about creeper stuff, the other day you were talking about how you're going to be going into the bathroom with Rocco even when he's like 14, Virginia.
I
or taking him
am.
into the women's bathroom with you, I guess.
Me or his dad, somebody's got to go with him in the bathroom because I don't trust motherfuckers.
Well, and I understand that, but you guys could go to the bathroom together. You could go relieve the beeve, as you say, and he could go to the bathroom, and then you wait for him as he gets out. You don't have to. Because then he can still go in there and do his thing.
But he's still in there alone, and I don't like that.
All you have to do is open the door and go, "Any motherfuckers in here?" And then further, their dicks will shrivel up and go inside their bellies, and then, yeah, you're good.
Wow, you really brought us there.
Yeah, good.
I felt like I was in the bathroom.
Good.
Becky said she was at Roger Dean for a baseball game with her family on Dollar Beer Night, and she went in the women's restroom with her 5-year-old daughter and 8-year-old son, and she said as we were washing our hands and getting ready to leave, I noticed a guy stumbling out of a stall in the women's bathroom, struggling to get to the sink. At the same time, a young girl about 5 or 6 walks in alone, makes eye contact with me, glances at the guy. The guy then went back into the stall as the little girl went into another one, and we're the only people in the bathroom. My kids are like, "Come on, let's go, Mom, let's go." And
Yeah, absolutely not.
she's like, "Nah." She's like, "I need to rewash my hands."
I'm here for at least 5 minutes now. I'm committed to this project, and I'm gonna watch this motherfucker.
She said the guy came back out and stumbled out the exit, and I waited for the girl to come out, and my kids and we walked out the same time as her, and her dad was waiting for about 20 feet away from the bathroom talking with a friend. I don't think the drunk guy had bad intentions, but he was drunk enough to be in the wrong bathroom and stumbling around. Just be careful. It only takes a minute for something terrible to happen.
You're right. And that's why you got to have eyes on the kid. You can't let them be in there by themselves when they're little like that. 5 is way too little.
Side note, I love me some Roger Dean Stadium. I get quite a cozy feeling while I'm there.
Yeah.
I love Roger Dean Stadium.
It is. It's a nice park. There is something cozy about it.
It's personally my favorite ballpark.
I like when they have those craft beers. They have like little kiosks set up with craft beer. That makes me happy.
Dollar Beer Night. I would go and watch a minor league game. And minor league's fun. Whether you like baseball or not, it's you sitting around with your friends outside, drinking some beer and chilling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I would have taken a picture of that drunk guy too.
Yeah.
And then dox his ass, Kevin. And then ruin his life.
Yeah. I got him fired.
I would have taken a picture of him and then gone and showed it to the dad of the little girl and said, "Hey, just so you know, this is the guy that was in the bathroom just now, and your 5-year-old was in there. Your wife may want to bring your daughter next time into the bathroom."
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea. Definitely do that.
Mm-hmm.
Get involved at the ball game. Go right. Tell him how wrong he is as a father.
Save a child. Yeah. Okay. All
right.
right.
I know. I'll get emails over. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You ain't got kids. Virginia's right.
You don't have kids. You might be shooting blanks over there. You can't even comment.
You're right. I could be shooting blanks. What the fuck do I know? Never got someone pregnant.
It's always this weekend.
Yeah, I don't want to get someone pregnant. That's not a fun weekend for me.
Talking Creepers got an email here at April was talking about the Casey Anthony documentary that is on Peacock. She said it dropped on the 29th.
I've had another friend that I trust tell me I need to watch this. She doesn't think Casey Anthony did it.
Well, listen to what April says. She said, I attempted to watch it, but I stopped midway through episode 2. There's 3 episodes in it. I feel like she's lying, but she's such a good liar that I found myself starting to doubt some of my original beliefs, like the fact that she overdosed her daughter by mistake with chloroform and got rid of the body to cover it up. But now she talks of being raped by her dad, molested by her brother, and that Kaylee died from an accidental drowning and her dad got rid of the body for her. Does V or Jaber believe any of this? Now, as a survivor of rape and molestation myself, it does really pain me to discredit her story, but I just find her to be so disingenuous. So it sounds like she was buying into what Casey was saying, and she hated herself for it. She stopped watching. She's like, I like how I feel about Casey Anthony right now. I don't want this thing to change my opinion.
When it comes to all this stuff, nobody is ever there, so no one's going to ever know 100% what happened.
We will never know.
All we can do is go on public opinion because it's all out there. And Casey Anthony's putting herself out there. I do not believe her.
I believe the prosecutor, and I think this person has the most intimate knowledge of what went down with the case. And that person says that Casey Anthony is a great liar. Mm-hmm. And that she has lied and changed her story so many times. Even if the dad did do it, how can we believe you because you've changed your story 10 times, girl?
Right.
It is sad, and I know it's a rarity.
I don't believe people that change their story.
Some people will. I know they say no one will ever lie about sexual abuse, and I think it's in the lower part of stuff, but people can do that, and they have done that, and I've seen people do that before, and it's horrible because it blurs the line and it fucks everything up when that happens.
Yeah.
So this whole you automatically say this bad thing happened to me. You don't automatically get the 100% belief, and that does suck because people have lied about it before.
Right, yeah.
And it does happen. I know that's a controversial statement, but it's the truth.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Heather says here, I just finished up Limitless on Disney Plus with Chris Hemsworth. It was really insightful on things to help with aging. I feel everybody on the show would enjoy it. The only thing for me is the Disney Plus, but I did see, in regards to that, The Mandalorian is dropping its next season on March 1st, and that's on Disney Plus, and I haven't seen season 2 yet, so I'll probably wait until season 3 is over The Mandalorian. Then what we do is we subscribe to Disney for like a week and then cancel it.
You also have to watch a little bit of the Boba Fett series because there's probably 2.5 episodes of Mandalorian within that series.
Oh, jeez.
I know. They really...
Yikes.
Oh,
Okay.
Virginia, when it came to Kenobi and Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it.
I wouldn't.
Or give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Heather said, Jaybird, you need to hop on the Yellowstone series. All 4 seasons are on the Peacock, and I'm sure whenever season 5 wraps up, they'll add it. I'd love to see a Cowboy Jaybird in the studio on KVJ TV.
Gibby Darlington, he already exists.
And also got to support our local Cole Hauser. Absolutely. He plays Rip Wheeler on Yellowstone. He is the most badass character. And, man, what a great weekend.
Was the most badass character because I think she's right. Gibby Darlington needs to come on back.
Okay. Think so, huh?
Well, she shot his nut off and he never
true.
came back.
Yeah, that was it.
You did.
You dropped him for life.
You shot Gibby right in the dick/testicle, and he never was seen. He rode off in the sunset, holding his ball and dick.
He was limping. His horse was limping.
He shall return.
If he ever wants to come on back, just tell him.
I never ever want to do a shooting game with Virginia ever again. She don't
It's
fucking
amazing,
play.
yeah. Amazing marksman.
I think she just when she does one of those, she's like, oh man, I fucking hate them all.
Yeah.
And she just
Right in the balls.
zones in and nails it.
Yeah. Got an anonymous email here. It says, so my husband and I, we have a debate about the short cookie versus long cookie that you were talking about yesterday and the size of a woman's lips.
Yes.
He thinks men enjoy the long lips to play with, and I disagree. So will you do a new poll? How many men enjoy long lips on their lady?
And I feel like we got to probably have a little conversation before we do that poll. I think there's a fine line between a little longer lips and then roast beef sandwich from Arby's. You see what I'm saying?
Mud flaps.
Mud flaps.
Yeah.
It's such a terrible term. Mud flaps or piss flaps are 2 of the worst terms ever. Flaps.
Flaps.
Yeah, I mean,
What are your thoughts, short cookie?
aesthetically, I think you have to take them on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
Because if the labia is too long, too wrinkled, too distorted, too...
Yeah, because what do you mean playing with
when
them?
the
Like, what-
elasticity is gone.
Hold on, Virginia. Kevin's asking some very important questions. How do you play with the lips? You get in there, Kevin. You just give it.
what kind of stuff are you doing here?
Well, you're making out with them.
You put it on like a hat? Like your hat. It would look like your hat.
You're caressing them. You're making out. Am I really telling Kevin how
If
to
that
eat
thing were
outside?
flesh colored, you would look like you have on a long-lipped hat.
Oh, my friend over here, pussy hat.
You have fun with it, Kev. You explore that thing, whether it's with
that
your
what it
lips
is?
or with your
What do you do, like origami? I mean,
lips or tips, baby. Whatever you
how are you playing with these things?
Well, you caress it. I feel weird talking about it.
Don't break eye contact with Kevin and explain.
I think, if you're going down on a woman and her lips are a little bit longer, yeah.
Okay, I guess she wants a poll. Guys, do you actually prefer long lips on your lady? Yes or no?
I think it's going to be one of those things. It's a fine line, baby. You
Okay.
you don't want long lips Lucy to where it's,
Is it loose skin? That is important.
because you can have a situation where it almost kind of looks like a flower. It kind of blooms a bit, and it's beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah.
Maybe you should draw that with your nipple.
Yeah.
Paint a pussy. You are what you
And
paint.
then you're going to go hang that up at Art Basel. It's amazing why they don't want us to cover the event.
Seems to have lost my tickets in the mail.
Oh, we're covering the event.
Oh, we are.
Okay, Jolly Beer Dan says what you do, you cover your face and play peekaboo. Okay.
Short Cookie can't relate because she is Short Cookie.
Another idea, you could tie him in a bow. Okay.
Oh my gosh! Now we're getting serious. Can we stay serious, please?
Here's your Christmas gift.
It's just like Kevin goes, "Oh, what do you do with them?"
Like he forgot.
Like I don't know, Kevin.
Well, I think what this game is.
I don't know, Kevin. I think you lick them.
Think back, Kevin.
I think that move could work if you finesse it.
Yeah. Okay. So, guys, do you prefer a long cookie? 72% right now say no.
See, those men have seen one.
They've seen the longest
Yeah.
of cookies, though. That's why
Yeah.
they're going full on the worst long cookie they've seen, and that's why you have a strong 72%.
We should get my neighbor on the phone. Him, not her. Because she just had cookie surgery not too long ago. And maybe because he's had both, he saw her long cookie and then she got him clipped. And now he's, I'm sure, seen her short cookie. What does he prefer?
And another quick thing, and maybe we can implement this rule. Can you please, for the love of God, stop saying clipped when it comes to vagina lips? Oh my gosh.
That is a rough thing to imagine, isn't it? Yeah.
Clipped, dog. We can't just say lowered
She had them
procedures.
surgically reduced.
Yes, it's better than
It takes too long.
No,
Clipped. You're getting clipped.
No. You got to stop saying clipped. Seriously, I'm leaving.
How do you feel about that versus cut?
Oh fuck, man! I still think clipped is worse.
Oh, how
'Cause
about-
I just feel like you're clipping off vagina wings.
How about snipped?
Oh, gosh, no.
You can't snip
Can
a
we
lip?
say minimized? We minimize the vagina lips.
I'll try.
Clipped is rough, man. It's up there with face threads.
It is rough. It is rough. Okay, well, they gave us a lot to think about. Do appreciate that. Let me see here. Got a nice email from a guy named Jason. He said, "You guys are awesome. I look forward to listening every morning. I finally made it to the Rust Market last Saturday. Jaybird was gamming on about, and I wasn't disappointed. First off, Lake Park is such a cool town. I loved it. Then I got to meet Jaybird, Denny's, Jen, and Bigfoot. Right when I entered the market, I heard Denny's and Jaybird negotiating the purchase for some Star Wars action figures.
Okay, you got to watch the men at work.
I believe this guy's awesome. He brought
He
me.
made you a charcuterie board. You showed it to me. You were so proud of it. You showed it to me on Thanksgiving.
It's so amazing. This guy
Yeah.
was so nice. He made me a charcuterie board. Very
A charcuterie
It
board.
says Bigfoot is real. I want to put it on the wall, but it's 9,000 pounds. It is built to last.
Wow.
But I don't want to
Yeah.
fuck it up by
Right.
putting shit on there. It's a beautiful piece of art.
I love it.
I believe I put it on our Facebook Live, but I should tweet out a picture.
Okay. Yeah, he said, as I was leaving, I saw Camille's Pizza, so I had to stop and grab a couple slices. It was as advertised. Great pizza and even better people. The place was right out of 1980. Awesome. All that brings me back. You guys are great. Thank you. Jason sent that, and there's some of the photos.
Yeah, he got to meet Denny's wife, Jen. My kidney brother, Bigfoot, was there.
Wow.
We love that festival. Well, it's not a festival. It's that market.
Yeah.
It's a festival in my head. Mm-hmm. I hear a lot going on.
I bet there's a festival in your head a lot.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about the head problems?
The voices.
Yeah. We're talking about fucking mental issues? Okay, lady.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for all the emails here. I got a couple things just from today's regular show to throw in a couple things here. James, he said, I've been in law enforcement for 27 years, and you're talking about people keeping weapons in their car. And how many people do? 65%. And somebody called in about you have to keep a glove with a baseball bat or it's considered a weapon. He said, I've never heard of that. So it sounds like BS to me.
I almost wanted to argue that, but then I was drinking. I'm going, I'll save the argument for the podcast.
Yeah.
I think if you explain it, like, look, I'm going to use this to make sure that I don't get killed. And if someone's attacking me, I'm not going to just go around and start hitting random people with this bat. But this might be my last line of defense. I might need something. If I need something, would you rather me get killed or have a bat?
Or what if I'm a softball player or a baseball player and I was just hitting baseballs and I just have a ball bat and it's in my car? That cannot be illegal. That was bullshit. We should have pushed back on that.
Yeah, somebody's, well, I mean, you don't know. I'm like, okay.
It didn't make any fucking sense.
Mm-hmm. And Gina had said, you were also talking about, Jaybird said, if you can't see, you can't fight. And I was like, well, would it be possible to get somebody who doesn't have sight to come in here and kick Jaybird's ass? Is that possible?
And of course it is possible.
And they said, yeah, a blind person is used to being blind, so I'm sure they can defend themselves. Someone who's not used to being blind and relies on that sense would not be able to react properly if they were blindsided with pepper spray or anything else in their eye. So I agree with Jaybird on that.
Yeah, it's more about the person who is not expecting to become blind and they instantly become blind. That's what, Sensei Terry Silver meant. The man can't see, he can't fight.
Yeah.
If Kevin thinks he's going to kick my ass, all of a sudden, boom, his vision's out. He ain't going to fight very good.
Yeah, I can't remember what movie it was. There was something that I had seen, and that was it. Where I think it was Bloodsport.
Probably was.
It was Jean-Claude Van Damme way back in the day. Yeah, that was it. Because he was trained by his sensei to fight without the sight. And I remember the guy he was fighting, they had their hands wrapped and they dipped it in glue and then glass. So they had broken shards of glass.
Damn.
Bloodsport, baby.
So 80s, man.
And this guy was coming at him. I remember he took they were playing in a ring that was kind of covered in like sod or something like that, or dust or sand. And the guy picked it up and threw it in Jean-Claude's eyes. And I remember he was like, "Ruse," in slow motion. And he was then blocking the guy's punches coming in.
Yeah, as somebody who's been blind, especially for a long time, I agree. They're going to have a different kind of sense about things. But if me and you are fighting and all of a sudden you can't breathe or you can't walk or you can't see and you're used to all of that, you ain't going to do well.
Yeah. That's a movie I need to watch again, see if that holds up. I loved that movie when I was a teenager.
You need to get a Wonder Joint and smoke and watch that.
And watch that movie?
Yes, because
you think I'd love it?
I love it. I would love it. I think it'd be amazing. Just don't go in there thinking you're watching,
Yeah. He did this thing, Virginia, where he takes two folding chairs and he puts one foot out on the other and he suspends himself doing the splits.
Wow.
Virginia would hate it. She would talk the entire time, bitching and complaining.
But you see how impressive that is, right?
Oh, it's so
that's
impressive.
Badass. I saw that when I was a teenager. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the coolest thing ever.
Have I ever even seen a movie other than the KVJ horror movies? Have we seen a movie together, Virginia? If we did, it was at Wild 95.5, my first month there.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
She don't do movies well.
Yeah, okay.
She's got to be with her family. If she's drinking and you want to get turned, you don't want to watch a movie.
I don't want to watch a movie if I'm drinking. No, I have no interest.
Do you like watching movies if you got an alcohol buzz, or does that kind of make you a little bit distracted and you can't get into it?
Yeah, I get too distracted. The only way it works is if it's a comedy and you can easily pick up that I've seen before. If I were drinking, watching Old School or something like that, I would enjoy it because I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this part. I'd laugh, or Caddyshack or something like that. Or Tommy Boy, but if I'm trying to understand what's happening in the movie, I wouldn't want to be.
If you're watching a brand new drama, I don't
want to be inebriated. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Going to the movie theater and the movie just starts. If it's a late movie, you've tied one on, and you're kind of drunk and watching it. And that's a recipe of falling asleep, in my opinion.
Right, no doubt.
Either you want to be talking and trying to get just being social, and if you can't talk, then it's sleepy time.
Yeah, right, exactly. Somebody said I'm mixing up Bloodsport and Kickboxer. but apparently I'm close. I forgot. Yeah, maybe kickboxer's another one of his.
We are wrong a lot, but so are the people who text in and call in as well.
That's true,
It's,
yeah,
it's
no
kind of
doubt.
a tough. It's blurry.
Yeah, there's a lot of wrong on this show.
It's a lot.
But I'm somewhere in the ballpark at least, so I can land that. All right, well, you guys have a great weekend, whatever you get into. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you back here on the Monday KVJ show. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.